Hi everyone! Why they lost their home?
See what's happening now. Adam and Eve are being put out on the beautiful Garden of Eden. Do you know why? It is because they did something very bad. And so Jehovah is punishing them. Do you know the bad thing Adam and Eve did? They did something God told them not to do. God told them they could eat food from the trees of the garden, but from one tree God said not to eat, or else they would die. He kept that tree as his own. And we know it is wrong to take something that belongs to someone else, don't we? Well, what happened? One day, when Eve was alone in the garden, a snake spoke to her. Now the serpent was the most cautious of all the wild animals of the field that Jehovah God had made. So it says to the woman, how the voice of a did God really say that that you must not eat from every tree of the garden? At this the woman said to the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but God has said about the fruit of the tree that is in the middle of the garden, you must not eat from it. No, you must not touch it, otherwise you will die. At this, the servant said to the woman, you certainly will not die, for God knows that in the very day you eat from it, your eyes will be open and you will be like God, knowing good and bad. Consequently, the woman saw that the tree was good for food and that it was something desirable to the eyes. Yes, the tree was pleasing to look at. So she began taking of its fruit and eating it. Oh, so nice. Then the eyes of both of them were open. After she also gave some to her husband when he was pleasing to look at. So she began taking of its fruit and eating. Afterward, she also gave some to her husband when he was with her, and he began eating it. So nice, yeah? Then the eyes of both of them were opened, and they realized that they were naked. So they sewed fig lips together and made loin coverings for themselves. Later they heard the voice of Jehovah God as he was walking in the garden about the breezy part of the day, and the man and his wife hid from the face of Jehovah God among the trees of the garden. And Jehovah God kept calling to the man and saying to him, "Where are you?" Finally he said, "I heard your voice in the garden, but I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid myself." At that he said, "Who taught you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree from which I commanded you not to eat?" The man said, "The woman who you gave to be with me, she gave me fruit from the tree, so I ate." Jehovah God then said to the woman, "What is this you have done?" The woman replied, "The serpent deceived me, so I ate."
It's not like me.
Those so snake taught Eve to eat fruit from the tree from which God taught them not to eat. Now when Jehovah made snake, he did not make them so they could talk. So this can only mean that someone else was making the snake speak. Who was that?
Satan the devil?
Yes, it wasn't Adam. So it had to be one of the person that Jehovah had made long before he made the earth. Those persons are angels, and we cannot see them. This one angel had become very proud. He began thinking that he should be a ruler like God, and he wanted people to obey him instead of obeying Jehovah. He was the angel that made the snake talk. This angel was able to fool Eve when he told her that she would become like God if she ate the fruit. She believed it. So she ate, and Adam did too. Adam and Eve disobeyed Jehovah, and that is why they lost their beautiful garden home. But someday God will see to it that the whole earth is made as pretty as the Garden of Eden. Later we will learn how you may share in making in this way. But now let's find out what happened to Adam and Eve. Okay, very good.
One more time.